always be accurate. And as I tried, that's why I tried to start with saying that I wasn't upset and I didn't think you were like on any kind of shady stuff with them because obviously you wouldn't have told me if you were. It's just,
Thank you.
it just sounded like there weren't any like boundaries there with interaction. So I was just curious if that was something that
Not sure doing right now.
or if it was just like, oh my God, this is like an egregious thing and I need some advice.
Natalie, your mic is unmuted.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, how you doing, Jackie?
Good. How
Long time no see.
I know.
Hi, so it is about 1:30 now, but I'm just gonna give it we're just gonna give it maybe like 1 to 2 more minutes just for people to roll in on these different campuses. I'm just seeing one person just recently joined in, so I just want to make sure that we get as many people as we can. But just maybe in 1 or 2 minutes we'll start.
No, I'm muted. That one.
We haven't started. That's why we can't hear.
Yeah. They're gonna start in just a second, I think.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah. Then I could.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good. You guys good? You got me? Welcome.
All right, you guys. Welcome everybody to our first SGA meeting in person and online. First for the spring semester. My name is Morola.
My name is Seth.
Hi, my name is Nicole.
Hello, my name is Miriam.
Bernard here.
My name is Emma.
And there are also some other SGA representatives on different campuses. We'll go on to Essex and then we'll go on to Dundalk. So if you want to introduce yourself at Essex, go ahead.
My name's Francis. The owl picking up. I can't see myself.
Yeah.
Louder.
Oh, my name's Francis. The owl should be.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We're at the bottom when
Oh,
you pick it up too.
oh, okay. All right.
Hi, my name is Devorah. And
I'm Grace.
Yes.
And I'm Dan, I'm the SGA advisor. Good to see you all today.
It worked for him.
And then we have Dundalk.
Yeah, I've just introduced myself. So my name is Fatima. SGA at Dundalk.
We have some online. What about those online? I think we have Kai online.
Yeah, Kai's on. That's right.
All right, so this is our agenda for today. We're going to be talking about all four of these. And We're gonna go into a quick icebreaker. It's called the Book of Appreciation. We have a quote by JFK: "We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives." So the Book of Appreciation, it's not a physical book. It's like a mental note of people that you like to appreciate throughout your life. So our icebreaker is gonna be, you're gonna mention somebody that has like helped you out, impacted you in your club or group, and just tell us how they helped you out, and just give them a shout out. So I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3 minutes to think about it, and we're gonna get somebody in person here at Kingsville, somebody in Dundalk, and somebody in Essex to share, and I'll also share mine. Just as
Yeah, SGA members feel free to share.
And those online, you can type it in the chat if you like.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
We're gonna give it 1 more minute. Keep thinking deep. All right, so I'm gonna share mine first. I am part of 2 clubs, so I'm gonna do SGA first. In SGA, over the winter break, somebody reached out to me. It was kind of unexpected, and I thought it was very kind of them and sweet. And the person is Deborah. She reached out to me over winter break, and I thought that was really nice. So in ASU, I'd say Miriam, because Miriam's always on top of everything. She makes the meeting run smoothly. So that's just mine. Let me get somebody else in Kingsville to talk like in person. All right, let's.
I could talk. I could say something. I mean, I don't think it has to be a student, right?
It has to be part of it.
Okay, no, yeah, definitely part of it. Okay. We have someone here in person.
Hi, I'm Gloria. So I'm gonna choose from. Okay, that's the International Club, and literally, like, everyone is helpful, you know. I'll say Sabrina because she's I've been in CCBC. Has been a great help, telling me the tricks and things I need to know. So shout out to Sabrina.
All right, can we get somebody from Essex? In the mute or put it in the chat.
So the person I would like to mention is actually sitting right next to me. Her name is Jackie Simon.
Goodness.
And the way that she's helped me is I've been a student here for quite a while, and I'm a veteran, and she is our Veterans Association advisor. So she's helped me a lot through my journey here at CCBC, and she, I've had a couple of trials and tribulations, and I have to say that she's been my main supporter, just motivating me to keep going and not give up.
And she's graduating this May.
Congratulations. Thank you, guys.
And I'll say,
One person.
when, am I allowed to talk?
Yes, we have one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'd like to shout out back to Crystal Gray, because when we did projects, plans, she's the first one to raise her hand. We put on Veterans Day for I don't know how long, and she's always participated in person and when we did the video. So anyway, she's just a really good person, so proud of her. So thank you.
That's nice.
Thank you for sharing. Do we have anybody else in Essex?
Anyone else? Thank you for sharing. I think that's it from us.
Okay. We're gonna move on to another one. Do we have anybody?
Okay. Hi guys. I want to give a shout out to Renica For the yoga club, she's part of our student life cohort as well as a professor here at the college, and she is also the advisor for the yoga club. So she is a woman of all trades. So big shout out to her.
Is that everyone?
We have two from the chat actually.
Okay.
So from Kaya, one of our SGA members, we have a shout out to the chess club leader, just having the most impact on her. And from Kimberly, she wants to shout out Erica Samuels from the ASL club because she has supported her by giving her encouragement and assistance whenever asked.
All right, thank you all for sharing. Let's just remember the book of appreciation goes on your entire life. So I'm gonna pass it on to Zip.
Oh,
All right, and now we're going to be talking about tips and tricks.
How to use your budget. I think this is the problem most clubs have. We know the budget is tight and so many things to spend on, but these are the ones that we want to highlight. The first one is club advertising. It's very important for you to advertise your club because if you don't advertise your club, you won't be able to retain members or gain new members. But especially if you're having like events, whenever you have events, your numbers will always be low and you'll be wasting money instead of like serving the purpose that you wanted to serve in the first place. So club advertisement is really important. The other one is decorations. I know when you're organizing events, entering into your room and it's looking very dry, it's not very appealing. It doesn't really encourage people to come in, to come and learn what you're doing, to come and learn what you're talking about. So decorations are also important. So it's good to keep some of that budget to get some decorations for yourself. Food, I think is one of the most important ones. I keep saying important, but this is the most important one, right? Because food encourages students and to come to see what you're talking about. They'll come for the food, right? But they'll stay to listen to what you have to say. So it's always good to keep some food allocated in your budget. Giveaways. These giveaways is kind of part of advertisement. So it's good to have like giveaways, logo for your club, or anything that makes them remind people of what your club do. Guest speakers. If your club's focus is education, it's good to invite people that have the life experience to impact and share some knowledge. So guest speakers are important, and it can also help the students in your club networking. Never know what you can need in the future, so it's good to set some budget aside too. Entertainment, this is also part of the events budgeting that you'll be doing. It's good to have students to relax. You can't always be doing things pertaining to education. So during the semester or during the months that come about, it's good to make events that people should just come and relax, socialize, only to learn something. And travel. I don't know how many clubs do this, but traveling helps to form bonds with your other club members. It helps to adventure. Whenever there's adventure involved, we always try to form more bonds to stay together. So it helps with the retainment of your club members too. So always set aside budget for traveling.
So on the topic of club advertising, there are multiple different ways for you to advertise your club. And one of those ways that we're going to start off with is setting up tables and reserving space. When you set up tables or when you reserve space, you can attract attention. And by attracting attention, you can see if a lot of the things that you're doing may interest the people that you are kind of gaining from that. And you also want to advertise merchandise, and you can use your budget through advertising these merchandise. And these merchandise can be t-shirts or little stickers or little keychains that you can use. And by advertising that kind of merchandise, it can kind of help, pull in those people who may be interested. Another thing that you want is a nice logo. When you have a nice logo that looks appealing, then you are more likely to draw in the attention of those who may be interested in what you are presenting. an active social media page. And I think this is, in my personal opinion, one of the most important things is having an active social media page. By keeping consistency with the people that you want to appeal to, they will kind of be consistently reminded of what you're kind of doing, what you're up to. You kind of don't want the people to kind of forget who you are or what you're doing. So having an active social media page kind of like, hey, it's a reminder that you still exist, or that kind of, you know, a good way to advertise a lot of the initiatives that you may be holding in your class. Our giveaways, I also think, are another great way to pull in the people. Every single person on campus, I know, is here for a reason. We are not here for absolutely nothing. We're here for something, whether that be personal, financial, or for our careers. And having a giveaway is kind of a good way to pull in people. You know, people go to events or they do things for the purpose of getting something out of it. And doing good ways, doing public giveaways is a great way to pull those people in, because when they know that they can get something out of it, they are more likely to attend again. Again, with flyers, which is pretty similar to like logos, and building those relationships is also a good way of club advertising. When you host your club and when you are building these relationships with people, people are more likely to attend. You're going to have an increase in retention if you have stronger relationships with your club members. You know, you kind of don't really want a club member where people are kind of questioning, like, what am I here for? You know, and by having the support, you can also have the support of advertising through mouth, word of mouth. And yeah, those are basically all the things that I think are best for advertising your club.
There is a question in the chat.
Yes.
From Juan that says, are there resources on campus to help build or create a logo? Resources.
Does Dan have something to say first?
Hey, Dan, are you able to answer that question on behalf of us?
The audio kind of cut out. Can you say that again? What?
We wanted to, could you answer that question on behalf of us? There was a question in the chat from.
Okay, so if you can see the chat, it's from
If there are any resources on campus. So a lot of student groups tend to go through a website called Canva, which is a very easy graphic design website to build their own logo. But there's nothing formal that we have on campus or through student life. But Canva is a very easy graphic design program on the website that might be helpful. And I know some groups have utilized in the past too.
Man, there's also some Fiverr. Have you ever seen Fiverr?
No, but I would love for you to tell us about that.
It's Fiverr. It's very, very inexpensive resource where you can find graphic designers all around the world, and you basically can pay like $25 and submit what you want, and they will make you a logo.
Cool. Now that you say that, it does sound familiar.
Yeah,
yes.
It's fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I put the names for both of those in the chat. Definitely take a look at that. And then contact either Chrissy or I if you want us to put some money towards that. We could probably use your club budgets for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan, and thank you so much, Chrissy.
We're back to budget, reservation, and catering. As most of us know by now, we receive $2,000 per academic year. And this academic year means fall and spring. It doesn't mean only fall. So keep that in mind whenever you receive your budget. But if you do need some additional budget, you can reach out to SGA. We're going to put our information contacts at the end, so just wait. So you can request for more budget, and we're going to meet with us and tell us why you need more budget. But don't worry, it really goes through. Okay, another thing you must remember is that you must request 2 weeks in advance through my CCBC for approval on my student life. That is approval on request on space, catering, and reservations. Reservations can be travel, for example, or reservations for this particular room. You need to request it 2 weeks in advance. But personally, I would say 1 month. That's my personal opinion. Okay, you can do no more than 3 large events per semester. and no more than $60 per executive board members. That means like all of your officers in your clubs, you can't spend more than $60 on each person, I guess. To check your budget, please contact your advisor or CCBC Life offices. Student life forms. We're just talking about the forms and the requests and the catering and everything. This is where you find it. You go to my CCBC. That should be easy. Just log in, put in your account information. Then you go to my CCBC. You go to you click on the navigation and go to the group section. Then you click on student life. If you haven't joined yet, join it. After you join the group, you can go click to the right side, the left. You understand what I mean? And you have a pop-up of list. And I think you need to go to the student leadership to have all the forms that you need. Yeah, the budget form. You find the budget form, member forms. You also find the catering form. I think it's one form for the events request form. Inside the form, you have the catering, the reservation for the room, and you can also a menu for the catering. So you have everything mixed together. So it's very easy to find. You won't be lost. Usually, I don't know, the last part down here, I think you guys can see. Usually this logo is needed in your flyers. Whenever you want to print a flyer for the school, always include this logo. You can find the logo, it's still on my CCBC Student Life, so you can easily find it. And there's also a form to send in your flyers there too. So everything is put together for ease of access for students. Very good results.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how we can get help. We have our student life advisor, that's Daniel Sim. Everybody knows him from the chat. That is his email right there, and the email for the student life office is the student life leadership at ccbcmft.edu. And you can also contact your SGA members. Everybody's emails are nicely put on your screen, and we just started something called Club Connections, and you should have received.
And so, yeah, we're going to be talking about Club Connections, and you're probably wondering what exactly are Club Connections. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you, or hopefully most of you, or some of you have received emails from SGA members, and a lot of those emails probably were either us checking in or certain updates about what we're doing, or in essence, this meeting. And I'm going to be talking about the purpose of that. And the purpose of that is, in order to fully utilize your resources, it's important to make sure you're connected to the SGA. We can provide answers to your questions, we can advocate for you, your issues, and we can give guidance to organizations if needed. By being connected to the SGA, you basically have an outlet as to who to come to when you need help, when there are certain issues in regards to your club, in your club, or whatever you may have that you may need assistance with. So, yeah, and if you're probably wondering as to why we may be emailing you, just a way of being connected to us is through the emails that we send to you. It's a good way of keeping up a little tab of what we have for you or what we may be doing that may be beneficial for you guys.
So we have Daniel.
Hello, I'm running over from the chat. Okay, pretty much. Thank you so much for attending our meeting today. We had a lot of fun presenting to you guys. I know it was mostly us and Kate still talking, but I'm sure Essex and Dundalk had fun as well for all of the participants. Essentially, we have a feedback form that you may have seen come around on campus. It's on all of the student life forms. And if you have any specific feedback, general feedback, anything about the campus, your clubs, any issues you're having, please go ahead and send it to us through that form. You can scan it with the QR code, and we can also send the URL through the chat in just a second. Additionally, if you have any other questions, you can once again contact CCBC Student Life at that email address. You can also get text updates from your phone by texting CCBC 71444. And there's also a weekly Friday email that Bree sends out that gives all of the information about club events and other events in general at CCBC. Thank you so much for joining us again, and we're going to go ahead and have a little bit of time to discuss. You guys can talk to each other, you can talk to us, and we'll see how everything is going, okay? Do you have any questions? Any questions? We're going to open that up to the chat.
It mustn't be a question, something you want to share with us.
Yeah. Any concerns, any complaints?
Yeah,
Say it.
Can you speak a little louder?
No, some campuses have one. I mean, that's why we have to allow visitors to go. That's very good.
We have a question in the chat.
We do have a question in the chat. This is from Hannah. It says, for the student life template for flyers, do we have to use just the CCBC student life logo or the entire photo that includes the Find Us on Facebook? Like the footer.
So last semester we were required to use the whole logo, but now I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, we can only use the logo. We don't have to use the footer anymore. But like we always require the logo to be on the flyers, if that makes sense.
And as Dan has just mentioned, it is strongly preferred that we use the entire one, but if there really isn't space, it's up to your discretion.
No.
Do you have any other questions?
There's feedback.
Should I?
If you all don't have a question, then I have a question for you. So what is the most thing you all have struggled with in your class? Let's hear that.
You have somebody in the chat there.
Yeah.
You can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Hi, so I just started as ASL Club president. I'm just trying to get my bearings with scheduling meetings and making sure I'm talking to everybody correctly. I just wanted to make sure to know all the procedures. I know how to talk to Dan, and I was really appreciative of knowing all the different ways of how to expand our club, because like I said, this is like my first semester. I've been doing this for maybe a month, so it's kind of exciting. I love this resource because I had no idea where I was going or how I was going to do any of this, so thank you for that, and being able to introduce myself to all of the SGA people and also all the other clubs. I didn't know there were so many clubs out there. Like now I have to go to the other campuses and go to the yoga club and do all that good stuff, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys have some good stuff out there. So it was awesome. This is such a great resource. I was like very appreciative.
Thank you so much for sharing. Also, Mackenzie, hey, you don't know me, but I've been emailing you because I'm your club connection. So if you have any additional questions, please feel free to email me. We can talk one-on-one, whatever, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm glad. My name is Emma Booth. I've been emailing
Hi,
you.
Emma. I thought I saw your name. Yes, I'll email you so we can connect some more. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So
amazing.
Good to meet you.
Okay, we have additional questions from the chat. For example, Claude has said, I would say the struggle is retention, having people to keep coming to our meetings. So like, how we can work on that.
I think, yeah, go ahead.
Before we answer here at Canesville, does anybody at Essex or Dondo like to jump in? The SGA members there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I'm talking a lot.
If not, it's okay. Yeah, for ASU, that's African Student Union, we are heavy on like getting food for people, because I know that's a great motivator for people to come to the meeting. So if you can, yeah, like utilize your budget to get catering, then I think a lot of people would show up, just based on my experiences with ASU.
Yeah, and I think a great way to kind of branch off of that is when you can kind of host some type of event in which it will be able to attract a lot of attention. Food is a good factor. You also want to use those events to kind of build those relationships with the people who are attending, to help your retention and to help people from coming. They have to feel like it's worth it, whether that be emotionally, mentally, academically, by building those relationships, kind of help people want to come back for more, to want to be involved, and to want to kind of be engaged and put a little piece of their effort in it as well. So those are some tips.
And I think another is we need to do a collaboration with another club. Yeah, so that's.
Additionally, what was the question, Emma? One. Could you tell me what position you are in your club?
He's from the Nursing Student Association. I think it's Mike.
Is it the Canesville?
Is he like president? Is he an officer in the club or just a member?
He will be taking over as president after this semester.
Okay, I thought that would be it, but there's something that usually happens when you're president. You try to take over the forefront of all the ball, and execute everything. That's a problem because you won't retain members. You need to divide responsibility. It doesn't matter if the officers or just members. Always try to encourage your fellow members to partake in everything you do. Like if you're going to be planning for something, ask somebody to reserve the room. Ask somebody to make the flyer. Always communicate. It helps retain more members.
I also feel like finding something for the ASU. I know, like, apart from like food and everything, even without food, people still show up because there's just this familiarity, there's just this welcoming vibe that the club offers, and I feel like that is very, very important. Even without the food, the fact that people just show up, they feel welcome. So trying to make your members feel welcome is very, very important for this group.
Yes, Gloria.
Okay, so I feel like also like chat groups work too, because like if everybody already knows themselves from the chat group, and when you keep posting like, okay, we have a meeting, and everybody's like, okay, sure, and then they come and they meet other people that they've met online before, it's also a nice way to like get people to come repetitively. Especially if your chat group is not what, let me not say boring, but like active. Quiet. When your chat group is active, thank you. When your chat group is active, it will invite more people to like join, and also your members should actually take the responsibility of telling others about that group too, because word of mouth does go a long way.
Yes.
So encourage your members to bring their friends and their friends' friends. Bring your parents if you feel like. Feel free.
And yeah, that kind of relates to the purpose of having like an active social media. And the purpose of me giving the advice of having an active social media is because when you are consistent with something, people will be more likely to remember something. So like an active chat, if you are consistent with what you're doing and how you're reaching out to people, then people will be reminded of what you're up to, your initiatives, your plans, and they'll be more likely to attend those because they'll have the opportunity to plan ahead and reserve time to come to your club and your organizations.
Yeah. Speaking of planning ahead, like don't tell your members like a day before the event that they should come. Like that wouldn't speak well of the club.
Yes.
So I hope all of these answered your question.
So in response to all of that, Juan has said, thank you so much. Yes, that is what we are going to start this semester. I will make positions, and in our next meeting, I will ask workers to volunteer.
Okay, that's great.
How we could help?
Just real quick, so today I wanted to introduce the Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society. It's a new chapter here on the Kane School campus, and the purpose of this program is to, there's a negative stereotype associated with disability, but students have been reluctant to identify themselves publicly. The Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society presents an opportunity to change that perception by recognizing students with disabilities for their academic accomplishments. In addition, this honor society facilitates development of skills in leadership, advocacy, and education for participating students. Now, the Greek letters do have specific meanings. The delta stands for disability, but also the triangle symbol of strength. Members of Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society demonstrate strength as leaders on the campus to help break down the barriers of negativism. Also, they serve as mentors and role models for other students with disabilities. The Alpha, the A, stands for achievement. Alpha is the beginning, and academic achievement must come first. But also, the A stands for advocacy, because students must advocate for themselves before they can advocate for others. Members of Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society enhance advocacy skills for themselves and for the rights of all individuals with disabilities to be included fully in society. And then the last one is the Pi. The P represents pride. Pride in academic achievement and in other accomplishments, not just as students with disabilities, but as members of the university community. Pi is a mathematical symbol that we learn to use in elementary arithmetic classes, so pi is an appropriate symbol for education. Members of Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society participate in activities designed to educate the community and society regarding disability issues and the need to apply the principles of universal design and learning. And going along with that, I'd also like to introduce Winter Curtis. I know she's on the line with us. If you could just wave to everybody. But definitely wanted to introduce the club, and very happy and honored to be the SGA representative for this organization.
There was one more thing in the chat. I just don't want to skip it over. It's important. From Donoy, it's not really a struggle, but having to equal with social media and constantly promoting events that they have has been a bit of an issue. Having what? Having to constantly promote events through social media, just sticking to doing that.
Well, I think the question is that a
like advice for like keeping up with the social media and
I feel like having like a PR, like having an officer that is dedicated to social media is very important. Like that is just the job of the PR, like to advertise the event. So if you can assign someone from your group to promote your events on social media, and also like use word of mouth, and also post the flyers as well, like that would
Take videos of the previous
activity.
I used to have a different advice for that. It's good to have a PR person, right? But what I do is that for my class, especially, I give the password to all the officers. So they have it on hand, they have it in their phone. Whenever something interesting comes up, they can take a picture and post it online. So it keeps them active on the Instagram, on the website, I guess.
Also, isn't it typically when you're applying to do an event, you can ask student life to help you with the promotion by taking the flyers?
Yeah.
Right. So that should all be within the form of my CCBC.
Oh, another thing is, whenever you open like a club or Instagram page, help promote other clubs. they'll help you out. For example, you promote ASU, whatever student life post on Instagram, you promote. So that whenever it's your turn, everybody will join you to help promote it. Yeah.
Here at Dondo, I just have a member who wants to promote, Vivian actually, she just wants to promote a club, so we can just.
Hi guys, today I am representing the yoga club, and the advisor for the yoga club is Renika, but she couldn't be with us today, but she definitely did want to get the word out about the club. So just to let you guys know that it is a free yoga classes, and we do activities through the CCBC communities. Each of the classes talks about the flow of posture, breathing that promotes stress relief, strength, and flexibility and balance. Throughout the semester, they plan to alternate between yoga, meditation, and various practices. They invite you guys to come join us to maybe gain some leadership skills and practice fun and spring events. And if you have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and drop Veronica's information as well as a Microsoft Forms if you have any questions or if you're interested in joining the club. And I have one question for the club that I believe Winter is running. What is the title of it again?
Delta Alpha Pi. And actually, Winter is the president of this club, so please, I'm gonna ask her in the chat to drop her email. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to her.
Thank you.
We do have another question from Juan, and I love how much Juan is participating. This is amazing. If we wanted to make T-shirts for our organization, does that have to go through student life first? I believe it does, especially if it has to do with your budget. Like if you're making a budget request for the T-shirts, then yes, that would have to go through. I mean, if you have like a logo that you can use, like that doesn't have to be approved by us, I don't think.
Yeah, I think what you're approving is simple is the budget request, because you need money to do that.
I'm making those T-shirts myself, but.
I see in the chat that Deborah would like to add something. Go ahead, Deborah.
Hi, I just wanted to add one more thing about the clubs and orgs, event promotion. So this semester we have assigned SGAs looking over certain amount of clubs and orgs. So one SGA student is assigned for 3 or 4 clubs. So if you might have or should have received an email from an SGA leaders giving you information or asking if you need any help. So I think that's one great way to help promote your events. You can ask your SGA, the SGA students that is assigned for you, you can ask them to promote the event for you. So most of the SGA leaders here are involved in many other clubs and orgs, so they are going to be able to promote that event for you. So for example, Dumont really does a great job in promoting events. She's involved in a lot of things. So for example, for College Board, if we have any events, she would send it to the SGA, she would send it to PTK. So I would highly advise reaching out to the SGA students that are assigned to help you and be like, oh, can you please share this flyer with everybody? And in student life, we really use word of mouth a lot. So we are able to promote events for you guys, since we know what students are willing to attend events, what students are interested. So I would highly advise to reach out to your SGA, to the SGA student that is assigned to assist you and be like, I need help with this and that.
How do we know who that student is?
You haven't received an email from, if so, we email the clubs and orgs about any information that we have. So the advisors and then student leaders within that club. So the presidents, vice presidents. You haven't received any email from an
No, I'm the
SGA?
advisor of Club Ed, so.
Club Ed?
Yeah, I haven't, I mean, unless someone's, I got an email about this meeting, would that be from?
Yes, so I am actually the one that is assigned to you. Yes. I have,
good.
Yes, yes. I am more than willing to help. If you have any questions or promoting events, I'm more than willing to assist.
Oh, great. Okay, what is your name?
Devora.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice
Okay.
meeting you. Thank you for coming. Yes, that's what I had to say. Thank you, Bernard.
And also to pick up off of what Devorah just said, Dan posted earlier in the chat as well. If you haven't received contact from your Club Connection SGA liaison yet, you can go ahead and email him and he'll get you guys connected. Otherwise, Caitlin has very graciously volunteered to promote her club, so you can go ahead and do that.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I'm Caitlin Sams. I'm president of our dental hygiene club. I guess this is our first semester, I think, recognized in student government. We've always just done our own thing separately, or at least that's my understanding of it. So I'm new to this as well. But I just want to put a shout out to anyone who wants a dental cleaning. We are actively trying to look for students, for family members, anybody who wants to come to the Dundalk campus. The dental arts building, so you'd park in around like parking lot 1, and the dental arts building is right there. I'll put my contact information in the chat for anybody who's interested in that, because we have student discounts. We do everything we do everything by the book, obviously, but it's we have discounts for all sorts of things. So like $20 for a dental cleaning, $10 if you're a student. We take radiographs, we do whitening trays, scaling, all sorts of stuff. So please, 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 if you know anybody who needs dental work done, I'll put my email in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was actually going to say thank you for introducing yourself, Caitlin, as well as the program, because I vividly remember a student coming into the student life office, very interested in dental hygiene and not knowing about any clubs or organizations that are involved in that specific area. So we're putting your email in, I'll definitely make sure that the student contacts you.
Yeah, please do. Like I said, I think this is our first semester doing this with your organization. We've always tried to advertise by ourselves, I guess, but it's a great resource to have. And how do I go about finding who our student liaison is?
I think because you're a new club, right? That you just like did everything this semester. Just say.
I don't know.
We're doing dental hygiene.
Some other students, they're not in SGA, but I don't know if I saw the connections this year.
So Caitlin, you should be able to go ahead and email Dan Sim, the SG advisor, and he can connect you. His email should be in the chat, but I'll just go ahead and repost it for you. If you all
in the chat, now we have a question from Juan. Is there a way to have an email specifically for our organization, or should we just use our CCBC email? In terms of sending out a mass email to members or communicating with other organizations, etc.
I can answer this question for you. Unfortunately, you cannot have a CCBC email for your club. What you can do is that you can create one Gmail for your club. That's how you can do.
Based on like security wise, if you use CCBC email for your club, I don't think you'll be able to reach out to other clubs like in other universities. So it would be advisable to use like a Gmail or a different kind of mail for your club, and then use that to like reach out. Like if you want to like collaborate with other clubs in different universities, you can use those emails to reach out to them.
Any other questions?
We don't have anything else in the chat so far, but I will say you might want to consider creating a Teams, like a Microsoft Teams, for your club, just to keep everyone updated and help share documents, especially if you aren't privy with Gmail and don't feel like creating a whole new one. That's a really easy way to connect all of your club members into one place.
Yeah, you also have to share like files. Yeah.
So, oh, another resource is group meeting.
Yeah. Group me in WhatsApp. I know some clubs use WhatsApp.
And it seems like more official. Yeah, you get all those files that you need.
Yeah, like if you're looking for like easier access to your files and everything in one place between your board members, using Teams is helpful because for the MSA, we use Teams and like everyone can have access to those files, like your meeting summaries, like your event projects and stuff like that, so.
And you can also set meetings on your calendar, like you send reminders to everybody's email whenever it's meeting time. That helps a lot.
You can set up meetings and let them write your teams as well.
You guys have any questions? I have a question, another question. So,
before you send your question, I'm advertising PTK. We have a meeting on Tuesday from 2 to 4 in this very hall, SSRB 004. So I hope to see all of you.
Hello everyone. I'm the president of the Muslim Student Association as well. And we have like a meeting on Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 at the Masjid 34. It's Black Excellence in Islam. Based on Black History Month, we want to like highlight the African American Muslims that have made impact. So it's open to non-Muslims and Muslims as well. So I hope to see all of you.
Oh, hi, I'm Gloria. I'm the president. I'm the communications officer for the International Club. We meet bi-weekly, so you just missed the first one of the second one actually. So the next one is in this upper week, is in 2 weeks. Yeah, and we meet on Tuesdays from 3 to 4:30. So everyone is welcome, whichever country you're from, please come. And I'm the president of the Honor Society for the Catersville campus, and we meet bi-weekly also on Wednesdays by 3 o'clock. So you're welcome. We meet in the Honors Building. So whenever you're free, please come and join us. There's always food.
I confirm that it's I run there.
Honors is very rich.
Any other question?
I see that your hand is raised, Fatima. Did you have a question over there, or?
Sorry, no, that was from earlier, but yeah, I did want to say to Caitlin, I'm your SGA representative here at Dundalk. So I did send an email to the dental hygiene organization, but I don't think I sent you an email. So apologies for that, but yes, I'm happy to help. My email is written on the chat. So yeah, if you have any questions, please just let me know and I'll be happy to help.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Bernard. Before you continue, I just want to say as well, with the SGA students now doing these club connections, some of our information may not be up to date exactly. So if you are part of this meeting and you notice that you weren't on an email list or one of your members wasn't on an email list that you think should be, please make sure to contact us so that we can make sure everyone is in the communication link. And also with that, we're going to be having more of these meetings throughout the semester, and anyone can attend. So if you have some club members that you want to bring in here, perfect, we love it. More people, better. We love to see everyone.
One question? Statements? Statements?
Any more questions?
Yeah. Okay. I want to thank everyone for coming, thank those who asked questions, thank those who shared their thoughts. It was interesting to see a lot of new faces today. So hopefully we'll see you next one with more people.
And then in the chat, Dan mentioned that this chat will stay open after today's meeting. So please feel free to use it to continue to promote your student groups.
Okay.
See you next time. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
It was nice seeing you all.
Everybody have a good afternoon.
Same time next month.
Bye. Leave an email from us for the next meeting. Yeah.